Welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
Gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Why, hey there, my fabulous listener. Welcome to episode 185 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Today, we are talking about 11 ways to be more human in your business and in your brand. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears today. I know you have lots of choices, and I really do appreciate you making me one of them. If you're enjoying this podcast, I would love you to take a screenshot and share it on your socials and tag me. That would be super cool, and I am just so thrilled when someone does that. So if you could thrill me, that would be awesome. Before we get started, don't forget that you can find the show notes for this particular podcast episode at all the W's, socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/185. This week's episode is sponsored by the Melbourne Innovation Centre and their Digital Solutions Program. I've actually been involved in this program for 3 or 4 years now, and I was pretty chuffed when they wanted to sponsor my podcast for a few weeks. So if you live in Victoria, listen up. Victoria Innovation Centre has subsidised programs to help you if you're really struggling getting new customers and struggling with your digital marketing as well. So for just $44, you can get access for 3 hours of mentoring with a mentor of your choice. You can choose me. You can access weekly training, workshops, masterclasses, webinars, online courses, and so much more. Like I said, I am a mentor for this excellent program, and you can choose me or you can choose someone else who can help meet your digital marketing needs. So if you're interested in knowing more, go to courses.melbourneinnovation.com.au, or of course, come and get the link in the show notes that I just mentioned earlier. So let's get on to today's episode. If you've hung around me for any length of time, you know I talk a lot about human-to-human marketing, H-to-H marketing. Human-to-human marketing is, in essence, about showing up as you, attracting the people who align with your values, giving your community/audience something to get to know, like, and trust in order to build your business. So it sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, but I'm afraid that many business owners, many small business owners still hide behind their products, their services, their logos. And I really hope that's not you, but you're really not giving your audience a chance to get to know the person who is behind this business, which is the essence of human-to-human marketing. Businesses that do this, hide behind their logos, their services, their products, will be finding 2022 pretty tough going as far as getting leads and building their business. Because we live in a busy and overcrowded marketplace. And if you're not standing out, and one way you can stand out is by building trust, then it's awfully hard to build a really sustainable business. For those who have started implementing or experimenting or enjoying their human-to-human marketingness, they will be the winners against their competitors. Hands down, I'm putting it out there. So, like I said, I do talk a lot about H-to-H marketing. But what does it really mean in reality for you? Well, today on the episode, I'm going to give you 11 ways to be more human, not just online, but offline as well. Mostly online, but when I'm talking about these things, I want you to think, how can you adapt the same thing offline as you can online? Because it's awfully hard to hide from your customers offline. For example, if you have a shop, but so most of these things do relate to online, but I want you to stop and think for each one, how can that apply in my tangible life as opposed to my online life? So let's get into it. Number 1 is your profile picture. Is it you? If I go to LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform, can I see you? Do I instantly know who I'm talking to and whose business I am now currently browsing? Yes, Fabulous. Love it. No? Well, when you finish listening to this episode, go and change it. Seriously, this is the one. This one and the next one are two super quick wins that you can have. Number 2, your bio. If your headline or handle is not your name, then is it at least in your bio? Excluding LinkedIn though, I guess, because it's all about the human name. Although you can have business things on LinkedIn, but it's not the norm, I guess. If I can't see your name anywhere in your socials, then while you're updating your profile pic, do this too. You cannot build trust without knowing the person you are building trust with. You don't have the marketing budget of McDonald's, so stop showing up like a corporate when you are you. You are a small business. The 2 things that you can do fairly instantly is make sure that I can see who you are and what your name is in like a couple of seconds by the time I've landed on your business page, whatever platform we are on. Number 3, video. You knew it had to be in here. If we're going to talk human to human marketing, video has to be in there. One of the best, quickest, and most amazing ways of putting more human to human marketing into your marketing is, of course, video. Video is king. It's been king for as long as we've had social media. It's seriously not going anywhere, which is a bit of a bother for people who don't like video. But please start using more video. Have you noticed your Instagram feed lately? It is full of video now. The algorithm is pushing it. So go and create more video. If you don't like video, then learn to like video. None of us like video, really. None of us love video, but we do it because it works. I promise you that if you, after listening to this episode, go and do a video of yourself telling your audience 3 things they don't know about you, it will be one of the most popular posts that you do on your social media. I guarantee you. I'll put my podcast on the line saying it. Let me know. Okay, number 4, stop worrying about how many people follow you on Instagram or like your post or connect with you on LinkedIn. It seriously does not matter. In 2022, it is all about building a community of people who know, like, and trust you, who buy from you, who come back and buy again and again, and also refer you to their friends and their family and their colleagues because they have become a super fan of you and your business and your reason for doing your business. So what are you doing to build community in your marketing? Number 5, share your knowledge. Never, ever underestimate what you know that other people would love to know. You are the expert in your field. You may not feel like it. I get that. But you are. If you are in business and you have a niche, then you are the expert in that field. People are looking up to you and want to know what you know. Sharing your knowledge freely is a huge way of adding more humanness to your branding and to your marketing. And when you say something and people look at you strangely like, I didn't know that, that's a piece of content. Again, never underestimate what you know that others would like to know. Number 6 is invest in photography. Showing up on video is great, but so is investing in some professional photography, investing in professional photography or investing in professional photos of you and your products or your services. It is an investment. It's not an expense. But at some point, your photos on your iPhone need to be in a mix with photos by a professional. There's a reason why we aren't all professional photographers. There is a difference in your marketing and people can see it. Sometimes it can be the difference between a lead and not a lead. Sometimes it can be the difference between a purchase and not a purchase because it's the difference of you standing out from the crowd or looking like everybody else. 100% invest in photography in your business. Number 7, share some behind the scenes. People love to see behind the scenes of a business. It's not all roses and prettiness. So share a little bit of your life as much as you want to share, of course. Share behind the scenes. Show us what a day looks like in your life, how you do what you do, why you do what you do. Share behind the scenes because You just should, because you have to share behind the scenes of your business in order to build that know, like, and trust factor. I know that I've said it a lot already in this podcast, and I'll say it a few more times before I finish as well. But I will just caveat this with behind the scenes and showing up with, make sure it aligns with your business values and your business brand, and don't share anything that makes you feel icky or that you don't want to. It's your business. It's up to you, but you do need to bring the curtain down just a wee bit and build that know, like, and trust factor. There are certain things in my business or in my life that I wouldn't share. A, because they don't align with my brand. B, they don't align with my business values. And C, I just don't want to share them. And that's okay. I get to choose what I share and what I don't share. But I think if you really want to build a business with human-to-human marketing to grow that trust factor, you do need to let the curtain down just a little bit. Number 8, we're getting through them, is podcasting. Aha! What a fabulous way of showing up. And it's certainly very human. Now, I'm not suggesting you all go out and start your own podcast, although if you do want to, let me know, because I would love to be the person who helps guide you through that process. But there is a truckload of podcasts out there and possibly looking for guests just like you. And there is a podcast for everything, for every niche, for every industry out there. And I have no doubt that there's a podcaster or maybe 10 in your niche that would love to interview you, would love to hear your story, would love to learn about why you do what you do. And, you know, for you to share your expertise, again, never underestimate what you know that other people would like to know. Podcasting is a fabulous way of doing something for human-to-human marketing that's a little bit different than, of course, video or photos. And plus, it's great content. You can then get an enormous amount of content for your social media and your emails and all your other marketing, and help set you up as the expert as well. So do more podcasting. Number 9, email. Email is a great way to show up as a human. Using stories in your emails, sharing a little bit about you, your life, your why, your values, whatever, but being more human in your emails and less email robot-y. Am I robot-like? You know what I mean? Like, some people's emails are just so, just so uninteresting. So make sure that you are using, you know, a bit of humanness in your emails. In fact, think about email segues. So an email segue is where you tell a story and then segue it into a call to action or maybe even a sales message for the reader. For example, if you're on my email list, you see this all the time. In fact, most weeks you will see me using email segue and, you know, using storytelling in order to make you take the action of clicking and listening to this podcast. But for those of you who aren't on my list, here's one example. So one example is me telling a story about how I liked to play marbles when I was a little girl. And if someone had a better marble than me, it created that FOMO, that fear of missing out in me. And I really wanted that. And then that story, and you know, whatever is involved in that story, I then segued into how you could be using FOMO in your business to attract more business. So I set up what FOMO is and told a story about it. And then I segued it into a sales message of, you could be doing this in your business too. So email stories and segues, great human-to-human marketing. Number 10, almost done, storytelling. I kind of, mentioned it with emails, but storytelling, and not just in emails, but storytelling in your marketing is a great way to be more human. Attracting people who align with your values and being memorable. People remember stories. Stories also create trust, and they let your community get to know you. Stories are super powerful. Our ancestors have been using stories for gazillions of years to help us remember what it is that they want us to remember. It's no different in your marketing. Use a story to help your audience, to help your community remember whatever it is that you want them to remember. How many times in the past few weeks in your marketing have you used stories to interact and to build know, like, and trust with your audience? Have a look. Do a bit of an audit. Number 11, I'd like to say it's the last one, but I'm an overachiever, so it's the second last one. Okay, good old reach out strategy comes in at number 11. Stop thinking that just because you have an Instagram and you use hashtags and you use the geotagging that your ideal client or customer will find you. It just doesn't always happen like that. You have to have a reach out strategy. So what's a reach out strategy? Well, basically it's a strategy that you spend time on a platform, commenting, liking, following, basically doing to other people's content, strategically to other people's content, what you would like them to do with your content. It totally makes sense, doesn't it? Go out there and do unto others what you would like done to you. There you go. Who would have thought? And along the way, you are actually leaving what I call Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs with your business name or with you. And it creates that curiosity with other people. It's like, who is that person who made this great comment? And they might click on you, come over and enjoy your content and get to know you and follow you and interact with you. It's kind of like a little piece of magic, but you need a reach out strategy. Number 12, and again, I know that this is titled 11 ways, but I'm an overachiever, so there's got to be one more. So number 12 is quite obviously networking. You want more humanness in your brand. You want to do more human-to-human marketing. Then think of networking as a marketing strategy. How amazing is that? Talk to others, whether it's online or offline, start conversations, join groups, ask great questions of others, and use networking strategically to help you grow your business, to get more customers, to get more referrals, to get more collaboration partners. Networking is massively powerful. And now the world is opening back up. We get to do it online and offline. So, all right. Out of the 12 ways that I just put to you that could help you bring more human-to-human marketing into your brand and into your business and into your marketing, which ones do you do well? Which ones do you not do at all? And which ones do you need to improve on? So let's recap them so that you can think, I do that well, oh, I don't do that at all, I really need to do that better. So let's go. A recap. Number 1, your profile pic. Number 2, your bio, and it has your name in it. Number 3, video. Number 4, investing in photography. Number 5, thinking community over numbers. Number 6, sharing your knowledge, never underestimating what you know that other people would like to know. Number 7, sharing behind the scenes. 8, podcasting. 9, email and email segue. Number 10, using storytelling to be memorable. Number 11, to have a reach out strategy. And number 12, networking. Let me know. Let me know how you go with that list. Let's chat some more in my Like-Minded Business Owners Facebook group. You can join on Facebook if you're not already a member. And as you may know by now, if you are in the group, I've had some amazing guests this year come and do lives with me. And I've got a guest list packed for the rest of the year with finance experts and PR and marketing experts and law experts. It's great. Make sure that you are part of the Like-Minded Business Owners Facebook group and join me over there, and we can also discuss this stuff as well. It's another amazing reason to come and join my community. But that's it for another episode of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Remember, you can find the links for the show notes at socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/185. And thanks again to the Melbourne Innovation Centre and the Digital Solutions Program for supporting this episode today. If you're based in Victoria, then don't forget to go and check out the program by visiting courses.melbourneinnovation.com.au. You can join for just $44 and get access to one-to-one mentoring with either myself or any of the 50 other digital marketing gurus across the state. So go and check that out. Otherwise, I will see you next week on the podcast for episode 186. In the meantime, if we aren't hanging out on social, then please come and find me on Instagram at JenDonovan_, on Facebook at jendonovan.au, I think it is now, or of course on LinkedIn. But whatever you do, remember, my small business peeps, as my opening song says, there is no point in dreaming small.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.